Good morning. We are Silverton, Colorado, stomping grounds. We are about 60 miles away, maybe 70 miles away from Grand Lake, Granby area. We switched trucks. I forgot to get my coffee pods for my Keurig, so I had to come over here to Taco Hell and get coffee. Check the weather here.
Including steamboat springs and Oak Creek. Winter weather advisory in effect from 9 p.m. this evening to Mountain Daylight Time. West of today, sunny late in the morning and becoming partly sunny. High 45 to 55. Southwest wind 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts to around 25 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tonight, periods of snow showers, possibly mixed with rain showers until midnight, then periods of snow showers after midnight. Snow accumulation around 1 inch. Lows 10 to 20. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Up to 20 miles per hour until midnight. Sunday, periods of snow showers. Colder. Snow accumulation around 1 inch. Highs in the 30s. West winds 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts to around 25 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly cloudy. A chance of snow showers until midnight, then snow showers likely after midnight. Snow accumulation around 1 inch. Lows 5 to 15. West winds 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts to around 20 miles per hour until midnight, becoming light. Chance of snow 60%. And now the extended forecast. Monday and Monday night, mostly cloudy with snow showers likely. Highs 35 to 45. Lows 10 to 20. Chance of snow 70%. Tuesday and Tuesday night, mostly cloudy. A 30% chance of rain showers, possibly mixed with snow showers and highs in the 40s. Lows 15 to 25. Wednesday and Wednesday night, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of snow showers, possibly mixed with rain showers. Highs in the 40s. Lows 10 to 20.
Okay, so we're going to get some snow, but we're not actually going to get any because we're not going to be here. Going to California with an aching in my heart. No, I'm just singing the song. So they give me this truck with 193,000 miles on it. I had 191 when I got it. I was climbing the hill last night out of Denver. I feel 4 purges, and then boom, the check engine light comes on and we have no horsepower. So I sent a message to the head mechanic. Has not gotten back to me yet. That's the thing, they're supposed to be able to get a hold of you. When you're out there working on the weekend, you have problems, you need to get a hold of somebody. I know they need home time too, but they need to figure this out. Unless he's just waiting to get back to me. I don't know, it's been about an hour. If I was stuck on the side of the road, I'd be pretty upset. Anyway, I'm just going to take it to Volvo out there in Fruita. Tell them here's what happened and I don't have no power. Literally 15 miles an hour right before the tunnel in 5th gear. So I only got 35,000 pounds on, so it should not have been the case. I can't even get full power right now. Another beautiful day in the hood. It's 34 degrees outside. Nice and crisp. Yeah, I should have made it to Officers Gulch last night, and I made it to right across from Lake Silverthorne, or not Lake Silverthorne, sorry, Dillon Reservoir in Silverthorne, and there's a parking area just north of the freeway, so parked up there, spent the night, woke up this morning, needed a cup of coffee, and I'm like, oh no, I forgot my Keurig pods. No big deal, I could buy some, but I didn't have any, and I'm like, where am I going to get coffee? And then I remembered Taco Hell. I could get it. You see, you can't just go somewhere in a truck like this and get it. If you're bobtail, yeah, but when you got a trailer, it changes everything. So the snow is supposed to start tonight, tomorrow, and I guess Monday. This is Officers Gulch right here. I fish this little stream to the left sometimes. There's that lake there. I've fished it once or twice, I think. I've never caught nothing out of there. Only parking you can get away with there is on-ramp and off-ramp parking. So it snowed a little bit, but it's definitely going to snow some more. So we're at 50 miles an hour, and we're going to go a lot slower, I assume. There's 45. It's like there's just nothing as far as the hills go. As soon as we get out of this, get over Vale Pass, we'll be okay time-wise as far as cruising along at a good clip, but for now it's 42 miles an hour. This is where I wanted to spend the night last night, where that truck is. And I probably could have made it with 1 or 2 minutes over. But I pulled into that area there and there was parking, so I took it. It wasn't much, but there was enough for 1 or 2 trucks left. I spent the night here before. It's a nice little spot to wake up in the morning. It beats a new truck stop. And then you have a rest area about 5 miles up the road here. The water's starting to freeze over right there. I knew he was going to come back over. Just knew it. That is Copper Mountain. They're making snow. That mountain right there in front of us looks like it's already got a cornice going on. They said my truck was done, but he was having a hard time getting a hold of them, and they put me on a run. I'm like, you know what, I'll just do this run, and then I'll come back. When I come back, go back into my truck. We are on the east side of Vail Pass. The truck seems to be doing okay today. Last night it was a dog. I don't know, but I'm still going to run it by Fruita, the Volvo dealer there. These guys aren't going to let me get over, so I'm just screwed. They just see right in front of them. They don't see on the sides of them like the trucks. They don't see that. They see it, they just don't pay any attention. They're looking straight ahead and they don't care. Down to 41 mile per hour. Of course, we are climbing, so it's understandable a little bit. There's got a few big hills to climb. Got one's in Utah, and Utah over by Richfield and Salina, and then we have the ones outside of Green River. What is that? Coyote Canyon or something? I forget the name of it. And I did a video on it. Should be good for the hunters. I think it's the tail end of the hunting season. But these first snows, though, usually help bring the elk down out of the mountain. From on top of the mountain, I guess, is the terminology I'm looking for. Here's that rest area. So this is the top of Vale Pass. Almost. It's over here by the barn. The DOT barn, I call it. Gerald R. Ford Memorial Highway. So we gotta be getting some decent snow videos here coming up. These tires are no good on this tractor. The drive tires. I mean, they're good. They're legal. They're no good for snow. The new trucks have wicked siped tires, and my tires aren't bad. 10,662 feet. My tires on 418 are not bad. But we ran them all summer, so bring our speed down. I usually bring it down once I hit this level area. As you come off the hill, you get this level area, and then you go down. Once you start going down, you go down. We got a bit more snow on the west side of Vale Pass here. Compared to the east side. Now we got to bring her down. Ninth gear is good, full Jake. The paperwork says 35,000. I didn't scale out. I just slide my axle up to California's law, the 40-foot mark, and call it good. That's all you can do. I actually did not look in the trailer. I sealed it. It's only pallets. But I'm sure it's all the way to the back of the door. So a lot of ways, that's how I'll judge where I put my axles, is how heavy the load is, and then where it stops at the back of the trailer. And after you've done it for so many years, you kind of eyeball it. But when your numbers are high, the 45, 44, 43,000, actually 40,000 and above, you kind of want to check. Just so you don't get a stupid ticket. There used to be a big frost heave up here. They did quite a bit of work to it, like digging down deep. Right here, so you can see the new asphalt. It was like right about, I think where the sign is right here, the mile marker sign. It would just boom, it would launch you. And as the winter went along, it got worse. It's funny, they redone this highway and they wait. I'm adding brake right now because we're going a little bit too fast. Hit the 50 mile per hour mark. I would say these are hunters right here, parked on the side of the highway. But springtime comes, summer comes, end of summer, and then fall, and then they start to do road work on them in Colorado in the mountain passes. I don't understand it. If you're going to do it in the spring and get it done. This Jake doesn't seem to be doing his job. I've had to keep tapping my brakes. It's either that or this load's a lot heavier than the paperwork says. So I put some new tires on the Caddy. I wished I would have waited a little bit. Done a little bit better shopping around. They're like okay for snow. They're not great for snow. But they're rated for snow. But there was a small crack in the wheel, and I used to have to add air like every couple months, add a little bit, and then they put these new tires on, and now I have to, every time I come back, I got a flat tire. So I talked to the trailer guy. We have a dedicated mechanic for trailers, actually 2 of them, because you always have issues with trailers just like you do with tractors. But this guy is super cool, Sean, and he was telling me, I told him about it a long time ago, and he goes, yeah, let me know, I'll fix it. I can fix it for you, weld it up. I'm like, all right, well, I'll probably just find another one. Just buy a used one and throw it on there, and I can't seem to find it. So I talked with him yesterday, and I got to go talk to the people that I bought the tires from and tell them, like, hey, you take this tire off, I'm going to get it fixed, or the wheel off, I'm going to get it fixed, and then put it back on for me, and then balance it again. So hopefully we can get that done next week. I hope I have a spare tire. I assume that I do. I've never actually looked. But I need to get that fixed. Looks like they're going to let this part of the road do another season, as rough as it is. Well, that's a good look of the pre-season Vale Pass. Got a little bit of snow. These winds need to come up and blow all these dead leaves off the trees here. They're gonna be breaking some branches. So we'll call it now good for this video, and thanks again for riding shotgun. Hope you enjoyed it. So with that, we'll sign off. Until the next time, I hope you enjoy. Peace. I had to swing by my daughter's house. Hadn't been here in 3 weeks. I had to stop, pick something up that I left over there. Since we were in the neighborhood, sort of, I figured I'd swing by and take care of it. However, my granddaughter's in Phoenix. Her and her dad went down there to go to his grandmother's birthday party. I guess they'll be back tomorrow, but we got to go to California, so we ain't got no time for that. A few pretty nice trees around his neck of the woods, which is why I'm filming. She popped out of nowhere. We make a turn from here. There's that big old drainage ditch right there. Only thing I have to watch out for is somebody coming up on my right hand side, squeezing in there. Okay, I think I'm ready for a red light. These guys just don't stop coming. Work our way back over to the the interstate. The information highway. I had to turn off the hill assist braking. That thing's a real pain in the butt. Put your foot on the brake and then it's time to go, so you give it, you let up, and it's designed to hold the truck, like if you had a clutch. But then you go to give it gas and the brakes are still holding it, doesn't want to let you go. I hate that thing. Sometimes it comes in handy, but I don't know. I never really use it. I turn it off is what I do. Suppose if you had a manual transmission and you're on a hill and you're training somebody, oh, perfect. Worked good for that. But if you're already trained, you don't need that. That's like if you run a manual clutch. Once you know how to do it, you don't. Just put your foot on the brake when it's time to go, you boom, 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 and off you go. I guess they say it's the same thing as flying a helicopter, is you barely move the controls. Just like barely move them. It's the same thing flying the radio control helicopters. I'm okay at it. I'm not great at it, but I'm okay at it. But I need to get a little bit better to where you just barely move the controls. I got one, it's got carbon fiber blades. Now, if that thing hits you, it's a cut up. Not funny, but you know what I mean. Interstate 70. I knew that Mustang was going to do that. I probably still should have kept going. Put the AC on. Damn Volvos, they lean so much. This one more so than mine. I mean, I've already had the brakes kick on a couple of times on my truck. I mean, on this truck. Going around corners. Thinks you're leaning too much, so it slams on the brakes. Like, I've been doing this enough years, I think I know what I'm doing. I should. Here comes an old Cutlass 454. Right there. 442. Got the Cutlass part right. Yeah, some kind of function going on there at the Harley Davidson dealership. See you in a bit. We'll come into the Pilot here and check our fuel filter on the tractor. I'm having a hard time opening the hood. I was over at the house because it's sitting at an angle in the dirt. So I'll get over here where it's nice and level. I don't know why they don't give us a yellow light right there. Let the traffic keep flowing. Somebody messed up, I would say. See you in a bit. Okay. What we did was we changed the fuel filter. Come on, Obama log. Let's get it together. Yes. Yes. And yes. So I stopped. I was able to get the hood. It popped open right away. Took a look, see. Fuel was all the way to the top. Kind of murky, so we just drained it. And we carry a spare fuel filter on board. So, and a tool to do it. So we popped that open. Got it taken care of. Got some diesel while we were here, topped our tanks off, and then used a little bit of diesel to fill the fuel filter reservoir back up. And let's see how it works for us. Check engine light still on. Can't believe Volvo charges $270 to check the codes We spent probably 25 million buying trucks from them, and they want to charge us 270 bucks to read a code. It's according to the head mechanic. So I'm like, okay, I'll just drive it until it breaks down. Hopefully it doesn't. The way they got the mechanics doing things now is pretty sad. We used to have a cool bunch of people over there, and they've all left, the mechanics. And now we got people who are always angry and who are rude. You don't really want to talk to them. And if you want anything done to your truck, you got to fill out a form and submit it. And you know, sometimes you just need something done real quick. So I'm not even going to deal with them anymore. Anyway, we changed our fuel filter, and so we took a little half-hour break whilst we were at it. So now we can continue on down the highway. That's the first time I've ever changed a fuel filter. Well, no, I can't say that. One time I was driving a 79 Peterbilt cab over. I took it from Grand Lake to Florence, Arizona for my landlord at the time. And then bobtailed it back. He had a trailer that he loaded up. I hauled it down there for him with a borrowed tractor. And then we brought it back. I was going over the Trough Road there. It goes from Kremling to State Bridge on Highway 131. And the Trough Road is County Road 1. And so then, and it's between Highway 9 outside of Kremling. And you go west along the Colorado River. It's a dirt road. 98% of it's dirt road, but they maintain it very well. I mean, you can literally go 70 miles an hour on it if you wanted to. I know I have. But anyway, I was cruising around back there taking a shortcut, and the truck started spitting and coughing, and it would die and it'd fire back up. I knew it was a fuel filter, but it didn't have anything. So we got over there at Walcott there at Waste Management was in a green building there. The building's still green, actually. Exit 157 on Interstate 70. And they hooked me up with a filter. Put it on and boom! Took on down. Had no more problems with it dying. So. That was a screw-on type, like an oil filter type. This type was like a see-through plastic, and if you unscrew it, all the diesel will come pouring out at the bottom. There's a spigot up on top, or a cap up on top. So it's pretty easy. You just pull a lever down the bottom, and I thought it was going to drain into a bucket that I had. It didn't. Apparently it drained back into the tanks. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But took it off, put the other filter on. And it got some fuel, so I was able to get some clean diesel and fill the fuel filter canister back up. Didn't fill it up, about halfway. And it's fired right up. It's been running ever since. Coming into Fruita, I'm not going to go to the Volvo over here. Screw it. Truck seems to be doing fine enough. The filter, I don't think that's what the problem was, but definitely the fuel filter needed to be changed. I think it's a hit and miss whether or not you get your truck serviced or not. The other boys used to get it done, and they would say, hey, you need to come in for a service. Let us know when you're coming back in so we can get you scheduled in there. These guys, nope, nothing. Don't say a word. And if you ask them, you got to fill out a thing. And if you're on a dispatch, and and if you're coming home for a weekend, they're going home for the weekend too. So it just doesn't get done. So I don't really care anymore that part. Used to be a cool mechanic shed. Now it's, I don't know, it's not good, I'll say that. A couple of other guys that do the trailers, they don't even like talking to the new mechanics. They're totally unfriendly and always seem angry. Anyway, we got her fixed up, so we'll just cruise on down the highway. We'll see you in a bit.